Good morning everyone, it's the last day of the year, 31st of December 2024, and like all good YouTubers and bad ones, it's time to reflect what we've done in this year. So I'd like you to have a look through the year of 2024, see what we've been up to and a clue of what we're going to do in 2025, God willing. There we have it. One area off. Now we can start looking at the chimney because it's coming down next. Trust me to pick the coldest day of the year so far. Never mind. It's coming down now in big lumps. Now I've got the sledgehammer at it. Half a stack left. Well, we're up to Friday now. I've been out on this job all week. I didn't bother putting the tiles on because I needed some daylight in this corner still because I haven't managed to get it done. But I'm making progress now, bringing the chimney down. This chimney sits between these two walls, and down there is a slab in the kitchen. So obviously I've got to dismantle this, carry on dismantling this chimney brick by brick, and it slopes down there. And then we should be away then. That's me capping stone put back on the other day when I was mixing some cement. There's a lot of little holes that needed filling up. Right, that's part of the chimney. Now we've got Kenny and Steve helping me today. He wants the brick rammel, so we've took one trailer load out the front. They've just gone for a bit of dinner, then they're going to come back and take another load. So with a bit of luck today, we can have this pile out the way, which would be a godsend, because I don't like seeing the yard looking like this. Plasterboard and coving. And we have an attempt today. I'm a bit nervous about this, starting this job, but I'm attempting today to try and get it in that alcove area to tidy it up, ready for scrimming. Another job that I've never really attempted before, so this could be a disaster or it could be a new skill. Watch this space. I'm not going to film it because I haven't got time to be filming it and everything else, so it's just going to be little clips along the way. That's just the fitting out. First fit, I suppose you call it, don't you? There's lots of gaps and bits and bobs, but there's certain areas that I've got to do some remedial work. That's the top units took down. Now I've got to do some proper marking up and calculations. I better get my drawings out. Tuesday morning. Borrowed John's channeling torn. I've got the grooves where I need them or where I want them. Now I've got the tedious task of knocking out one over on that wall and one in this corner. Hopefully that should be it. Right, we'll crack on with some more mucky work again. But it's Friday and it's 20 to 5 just about, and I've had enough. It's took me all week, and we've got as far as 2 on that wall, 2 on that wall, swing him round, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Sorry about that. I started putting the fridge back, then fridge freezer, and I realised I hadn't took a film of it. This is one of the problems, you see, where it was having plugs behind the actual item, which is ridiculous. If there's an emergency, how do you get to them? Anyway, that's done. That's a week's work there. Tomorrow I'm hoping to have a little bit of a tidy up. Bit of a nervy one yesterday, trying to get on with some plastering which I'd never done before. It's drying out all right, but today I'm going to tack it again just on this corner. Just got this bit around the corner here, and then around that bit there. So it's not such a bigger project as yesterday's, but I was a bit nervous yesterday about it all, but it hasn't turned out too bad for a first attempt. Most of it's going to be hidden by units as well, but you still try and do the best you can for it, don't you? So we'll see what happens today. End of play today. Got this wall done. Now we've been round filling in the chasings as best we can at the moment. Obviously it's got to dry out before we can do anything else. We had fun and games with the tiles. Thought we got a leak. Thought we got water coming through without a damp proof course, but thankfully it wasn't a panic. Oh, we'll put that bit of coving up, and as usual they're not quite long enough in one piece, so I've got to find a little bit into that corner. That didn't surprise me a bit. Cassie busy doing the tea. Right, finished tidying up. I've done a video lately of what I've been up to, but Andy's come and we've dropped the wires in for the under cabinet lights on these 2 walls. I've painted the undercoats of what I needed to. In this cupboard there's some wiring to do. I've got to put that trunk in this corner and take down seven lots of wire. A lot of it going to the back of that switch when we get it sorted. Ordered some sealing paper. Moving along here. We've had one of the cupboards out under the sink, and look at the mess we've got here. And that grabby. There's also down the bottom there's some rot on the bottom of that skirting board. So that skirting board's going. Obviously at some point they've took the skirting board from behind some of the units, so that skirting board's going to come up. I'm going to try and remedy that to make it a nice clean wall, even though like a lot of people tell me I'm wasting my time because the cupboards are in front of it and you won't see it when it's done, but that doesn't matter. We need to know it's nice and clean and as good as it can be. I mean, look at all the holes and the bits and bobs. Would anyone really want to leave that looking like that? Oh, there we go. Stopping for lunch now. And that's all of the ceiling done, apart from this 3/4 of a stretch down here. So I'm more than happy with it. Then the next stage after that is to clear all this up. Look at it. All soggy paper. Lovely. Sunday afternoon. The new
Paper and ceiling.
I've got
3/4 of the way across.
just 2 and a bit to go there. We're just going to have a break because we've basically used all the glue up that we've got in the pot. So we're going to have a breather and then we're going to come back and hopefully finish that off. Anyway, and the coping, so that again will hide a bit of it. But the guys came in yesterday and the units they put in yesterday were these base ones. And obviously cut in and put the bob where it's supposed to be and it's working. Likewise over this side, they've got the double oven in, working, and then this little cupboard worktop there. I think today they're concentrating on this side. I don't know whether they do the ground work first, i.e. them that units that stay on the ground, or whether they do a wall first. So they're either going to be putting those units up on there, or they're going to work on this, but we're moving the water softener. And there's a bit of a mismatch mess of pipe work there, which may have to be hacked out of it. And because the units go all the way along that wall there, the new units. And then there'll be one little wall unit that side, and that's basically it done. At this stage, well, the kitchen fitters side of it, and then it's tiling and floor, and painting the ceiling again. I've had enough of the ceiling. So there we are, we'll show you a bit later, see how they get on. Now I realised I didn't keep up with me much of my video shots, so I'm going to have to tell you what's going on here at this point in time. We've got both sides sorted out. Don't know what I mentioned before, freezer, fridge, salt, water softener, and the bins in all of them cupboards. And one up there for storage. Andy's coming to finish the electrics off, so we've just pulled that one down. I've just got to do a bit of remedial work in there. We've had a delay on the tile man. He was supposed to be coming tomorrow, but like all good tradesmen, they've put it off for another day. And this is my own son, Ross, who's doing our tiling. So it is what it is. It is with absolutely every one of them. They never come, do a job and then go. Part of this issue was her own fault, because when we got sorted out here, Kaz changed the design on it. So we ended up having to have another cooker unit, but a full length one, and then a full length larder cupboard at the side of it. And obviously the rest was what it was. Andy came yesterday and he's near enough got all the electrics done. We've got the first switch is a passageway from front to back. The second switch is the 4 downlighters there. On this switch here, it puts the two lights on leading from the front to the back door, and then the other switch is just in the hallway here. Got to change the switch on the front a bit, but that part is actually working. The other one, this side one, isn't yet because he's got to run a wire up and across and down the other side to here, because originally the light for it in there is here, but that is dead now and dormant, so I've got to take the back box out and gobbo that up, make that look good again. But we're nearly there now with it, if I'm honest with you. The only other thing that we're waiting for, like I say, Ross, when Ross is done, Andy can put the underneath there. He needs the LEDs and the can't remember what you call it, the starter motor thing that they have on all these LEDs, just to keep them running. Change the convert from 240 volt to 12 or whatever it is. And obviously then with the tile in there, I'll finish that off, and then we're just waiting next week for Ewan to come back and move that radiator 3 inches to the left, because we can't open the fridge, the freezer part fully. But give it another 3 inches and it'll clear it happily. They're just the snags that you always get with these sort of jobs, aren't they? Ross will help advise on the floor when he comes Thursday. Yeah, and then that's it. Kaz has already started ordering some utility bits and bobs for the kitchen. I think she's treated herself to a new microwave in a different colour, and some pots for tea, coffee, sugar, and a new thingy roll holder and a new mug tree thing, because out with the red and in with the black and gold apparently. This one was on its way out anyway, this microwave. It still works, but the light don't work inside it, so it was going to have to go at some point anyway. Right, well, that's got you up to date on that, and I'll catch up with you later. Now this is the area that I'm slabbing. I'm running out of room. You've obviously got to dig out approximately 5 inches, to say, and then 3 inches on top, which I think is more than adequate for just sitting this shed on. And all I'm doing is moving it across one. But to be fair, there's another advantage here. These big rocks that I'm using as the base, obviously I'm putting a 3-inch top on top of that concrete, and I should put some gravel in to level it all out, but they're about 5 inches thick, and that gives me a gauge where to be with it. Some are thicker, and if they're thicker I'm having to dig more out. Now, where am I getting my stones from? Well, Kaz has decided that she doesn't want the rockery, although I like it and I'd like to have a bit of one. There is a lot of stones in there, and she wants to open this garden out a bit more, so happy wife, happy life, they say, so we'll just go along with it. But there's still a lot of rocks in there, and obviously if we're going to flatten this, they've all got to come out, and the soil has. The first 2 are on, the first 4 are on. He's away now. Right, keeps this up, I might even make him another cup of coffee. Ross is coming in today to just box these pipes in. 2 there, and there's 2 going up the wall there. And a bit of grouting, and we should be done.
No, don't flow too yet.
Looking nice. Well, Ross, the old boy's got the back wall grouted, as usual. A mighty fine job of it. Over here he's done the same on the window. Kaz has gone to order some tiles for the weatherman says rain at 1 o'clock. It's 1:10. Clouds are looking mucky. I've gone well this morning because I didn't think I'd better get out and get some, because it's a bit dark all morning, but I've managed to prep that one. That's ready to go, and I think we'll do it in 2 stages, because over the next few days I've only got a week and a day to go before I'm off to Portugal, and I really would like to have got this slab laid. So I really think the only way I can do it is to do it in two sections and hope for a winter of opportunities with the weather. So we'll see whether we can get it done or not. 12:15. Started this job at 8:30 this morning. Went without my 10 o'clock tea break, which is sacrosanct with me, but you can't leave cement or concrete half finished, so I've had to get that job done. I'm happy with it. The rain stopped, I've got all my tools cleaned out and everything. There's still a fear of some rain coming today, but hopefully if it doesn't, the sun will come round a bit more and it'll help dry that off quicker. Well, as you can see, quite a lot went on in the first 3 months of this year, or last year I should say now, because we're officially in January. On the next video, we're going into April onwards, and that's where we go back to Portugal. We've only went over there once in 2024, got on reasonably okay, and hence the reason why the rest of the videos of this year have all been around the bungalow in England, which is a new one. So I've been quite busy over here, although I prefer to be in Portugal, getting on with the house in Portugal. This one in England has obviously got to be put right as well. So hence the reason there's a lot of the video on the bungalow here in England and the garden, etc. We've had a busy year, and if you carry on watching, you'll see how far we've got on by the end of the year. But I'm going to call it an end on this one, because I only want them to be in sort of 20 minutes, 25 minutes slots to keep the interest going, and obviously there's a lot of editing to do as well. So we'll see you on the next one, all being well. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're trying to expand the subscriptions. We still haven't got to 500 yet, so it's a slow out process. And obviously any comments are more than welcome. They're always replied to. And once again, I wish you all a happy new year, and 2025 hopefully will bring us a lot more joy. Bye for now.